Hi friends, welcome back to our channel. In this channel, we solve questions which have appeared in old NEET and AIMS question papers in their undergraduate entrance exams. So in this channel, we are currently educating only for physics papers, but slowly we will expand to other exams and other subjects also. We hope that this should help you in succeeding in your NEET entrance exams and you are able to pursue a very good career. If you are thinking that you're learning something from this channel and you're liking this, we would urge you to like and subscribe to our channel so that we are encouraged to create more learning videos for you. Remember, this is completely free and we are only trying to help those aspirants who do not have ample amount of money to go and get enrolled in a private institute. If you have any doubts, clarifications, then please comment on the video with your questions and clarifications. We will try to get them solved as soon as possible. So in this topic, in this video, we will be pursuing with the questions on vectors. We had taken up some vectors problems earlier in the earlier videos. You may go and refer. We will be continuing from there. So we have already solved 12 questions in the vectors series earlier. Now today is the 13th problem. So let's come to this problem. What it says is that what will be the resultant of a into 0, right? Okay, we need to find that what will be the result of this, right? So now, as you might have understood that this is a cross multiplication or cross product, right? So if it is a cross product, we have learnt earlier that if it's a cross product, then this results in a vector, right? And you would have also have seen earlier that if it is a dot product, then this results in a scalar quantity, correct? Scalar quantity. And if it is a dot product, it leads to a scalar quantity. Okay, so since it's a cross product, so this will be a vector quantity. And you know that what is the formula for A cross B, right? So A cross B is equal to A B sine theta. Now since they're multiplying with 0, so obviously this will result in 0, right? This will obviously result in 0, but the product will be a vector because this is a cross product. Okay, so the answer will be that this is a 0 vector, which is the third option given here. Let's go to the next problem. The vectors a and b are such that a plus b is equal to a minus b, right? So a plus b is equal to a minus b. So remember that this is the modulus, means the value of a plus b is equal to a minus b. So how do you find the value of a plus b? We know that it is a plus b. Basically we need to do whole square of this, right? So this is equal to, given that, square, right? So this will become equal to so this square is equal to this square. Okay, so it means a square plus b square plus 2 cos of theta. Theta is the angle between a and b, right? So what do you mean here? So imagine if we have two vectors separated by angle theta. So if this is the a vector going in this direction, this is b vector. So this is a theta, right? This is equal to a square plus e square minus 2 theta, right? So I've removed the square root from both sides because both sides have the same square root here. Right? I've removed the square root from both sides, right? So now, since these are non-zero, I can easily go and subtract this here. Okay, so it becomes, so 2ab cos theta is equal to minus 2b cos theta, right? So minus I will try to bring on the left hand side. So this becomes 4a b cos theta is equal to 0, right? So since a is not equal to 0, this is not equal to 0, this is also not equal to 0. So it means cos theta can be equal to 0, right? It is equal to 0. Then it means that cos theta is equal to 0. Sorry. So cos theta is equal to 0. This implies theta is equal to 90 degrees, right? So the answer will be here, the last option, which is D. Let's go to the next one now. The angle between the vectors A and B is alpha. The value of the triple product A dot B cross A. So we need to find the value of this one. Okay, we need to find the value of this one. Now, friends, we had mentioned earlier that if, say for example, I'll take two different names. Okay, so x cross y cross, this is equal to, we said that this will be a vector. Okay, and the direction of the vector of the resultant vector is perpendicular to both x and y, right? We mentioned in our earlier class, in an earlier video, right? So it means whatever the vector, imagine that if the resultant vector is z, which is equal to x cross x vector cross y vector, so z vector will be perpendicular to both x and y. This we discussed earlier, right? So it means that if b cross a, if this is equal to c, so if imagine if this is equal to a cross c, a dot, so if b cross a is equal to c and a remains as it is, right? So it means this resultant vector will be perpendicular to both b and perpendicular to a. So what do you mean by that? Imagine that they are x-axis and y-axis, right? Imagine the x-axis, imagine y-axis. So imagine, see, this is a, this is b. Okay, imagine that, and this is the resultant vector, which is c. Okay, so if this is x-axis, if this is y-axis, then this will be this will be perpendicular to both the vectors, right? So it means, in a nutshell, it means c is perpendicular to a and c is also at 90 degrees with b, right? It means this c will be actually perpendicular to a. So it means the angle between c and a is actually equal to 90 degrees, right? So now if I do this a dot c, what do you get? A dot c is equal to a c cos of theta, right? Now we know that because b cross a is equal to c, and so it means c is at 90 degrees with a, so it means theta is equal to 90 degrees, right? So a 90 degrees, right? So this is equal to 0. Okay, equal to 0. This is the answer. Okay, let's go to the next problem now. Yeah, the magnitude of vectors a, b and c are 3, 4 and 5, right? So imagine that this is the vector a. Okay, and this is the vector, sorry. Okay, so imagine this is the second vector, which is, say, for example, B. So as per vectors, this will be the resultant vector, right, which is C. Okay. Okay. So A plus B, we can say equal to C, right? In this case, it is given that it is 3, this is 4, and this is 5. Now, if you know the triplets of Pythagoras theorem, so we know easily that 3 square plus 4 square is equal to 5 square. Okay, normally 3 square plus 4 square is equal to 5 square. This is known to us, right? So it means this is only possible for Pythagoras. When one angle is at right angle to other. Okay, so it means that this is a right angle here, which is equal to 90 degrees, right? So if this is equal to 90 degrees, right, then only this is possible. 3 square plus 4 square is equal to 5 square. So the angle between A, so the angle between A and B, this will equal to 90 degrees, right? So see, these things we need to remember, right? So for example, Pythagoras thing we need to remember. So 3, 4, 5 is one triplet, for example, right? Similarly, we have, say, 6, 8, 10, right? 10 and so on, correct? So we have to remember these triplets, like, which will only come out of practice. Okay, we'll go to the next problem now, right? The vector sum of two forces. So there are two forces, right? Imagine A and B. So we know the force is a vector, okay? So the vector sum of two forces, imagine that A plus B, okay, vector sum of two forces is perpendicular to the vector differences. What is the difference also? Difference is A minus B. So this is A minus B. So this is sum of the two vectors, and this is the difference of the two vectors. Okay. So in this case, so the vector sum is perpendicular to, of the two forces, perpendicular to the vector differences. In that case, the forces, so what will be the relation between A and B? We need to find out. So now we saw this earlier, that if two vectors are perpendicular to each other, their dot product will be equal to 0, right? It means that, so if they are perpendicular to each other, it means A dot A minus B, this is equal to 0. Okay, why I'm saying? Because A, you know, A cos theta, and if theta is equal to 90 degrees, then this becomes equal to 0, then the entire thing becomes 0. Okay, so in this case also the same thing, right? So in this case, A square minus B square is equal to 0, right? It means A square is equal to B square. Okay, it means that the modulus of A is equal to the modulus of B. What does it mean? The value of this vector is equal to the value of this vector. We do not know about the direction, right? The direction of these may or may not be the same. Okay, so the direction may not be the same, but we can certainly ascertain that this, because their square is the same, it means that the value of these two vectors will be equal. Okay, so the answer in this will be, you can say the magnitude of these two vectors will be equal. We cannot say that they're equal to each other. We cannot say this because we cannot ascertain anything about their direction, that whether a vector is the same as b vector. Now, what do you mean by that? This is a fundamental important thing which we need to know. If we say that a vector is equal to b vector, it means the value of a equal to value of b, also direction of a, so direction of a vector is the same as direction of b, right? So in this case we cannot say anything about the direction, but we can certainly say that they are equal to each other in magnitude. Okay, so the answer is D. Okay, so with this we are concluding this video. We hope that you are able to learn from this video. Please let us know if you have any clarifications. We will try to resolve them. Please post your comments in the video, and we also urge you to subscribe to this channel and like these videos so that we are encouraged to post more learning videos for you to help you succeed in NEET exam. Thank you very much.